All right, addicts. This is DJ REM, and I have the guys from SPEEDGOD on the line. How you guys doing tonight?
We're good. Very, very good.
So why don't you guys start by introducing the band member, which guys we have with us tonight, and please also introduce the band members that were not able to make it.
Well, this is Sean. I play guitars in the band. Jeff's going to be here talking with me as well. And the two people that aren't on the call tonight with us are going to be Ivy and Miles.
They out partying or something, or what?
Oh, it's a school night.
Okay, so how did SPEEDGOD get together and get rolling? How did you guys? When did you guys form the band, and how long have you been together?
Well, we've been trying to put the band together for a while. Actually met up with Sean probably just over a year ago, and since then just been kind of woodshedding our songs, and just recently decided to settle on, the members that we have. We felt confident with it, and hit up some buddies around Lansing, and now we're going to play some shows and see how it goes.
Speaking of shows, what do you guys got? It seems like you guys have some stuff coming up. Why don't you go ahead and talk about that?
Well, this Friday we've got a gig at Uli's House of Rock here in, I guess what we're calling our home base, Lansing here. Playing with a couple good bands, Losing September, Fall to Rise, and
Got Darkest Summit on there as well.
Yeah, Darkest Summit's on there too as well. So it should be a good time. That's happening Friday at 8 p.m. Doors are $5, 18 and up, and we're giving away copies of our 3-song demo for free to anybody that wants one.
Okay, very cool. And one of the guys in the chat, Shifty McScrotum, wants to know if there's water running in the background. And yes, Shifty, that is my 60-gallon saltwater fish tank. So bear with me, please.
Oh, we got a fish tank next to us too here.
Okay, well, we're double hammering them with fish tanks then. Sweet.
Tell him thanks for naming himself Scrotum.
Yes, definitely. That's so original, I'm telling you.
No one else got a Scrotum.
Okay, so how often do you guys all get together and practice right now?
Well, right now we're hammering out 3 days a week, trying to get ready so we can sound good for these shows. Hopefully after that it just takes an extra case of beer a week, one less practice.
Very good. And I also have to tell you that the two tracks you guys sent me are amazing. Thank you again for sending those to me. I've been playing them quite a bit on, when I've been on air and stuff, and we've had really good response from the listeners to your tracks.
Very cool. That's awesome. Thank you. We appreciate you guys playing our music.
No problem. Where did you guys record those? You guys record those yourselves, or did you use a studio? How did you guys do that?
Yeah, we did it ourselves pretty much. We had a couple of buddies come in helping out with reamping some of our guitars and recording some vocals, but everything else is all self-recorded and mixed and everything.
It sounds really good. You guys did a great job.
Well, thanks.
Definite labor of love on that. It took a good time to get everything set up and get it going, to get it to that point, so we're real happy with it.
Okay, very cool. Okay, so now this next question will be for each of you to answer. What got you guys into music? What kind of influences have you had in your life that made you want to start doing something like this and continue on?
Well, when I was a kid, Mom would always have concert videos on, or music on in the house growing up and such. And the first time I saw Eddie Van Halen do a guitar solo, I was kind of sold on the whole idea of I want to do that. And from about 5 years on until about the time I was 10, I asked for a guitar every year for my birthday, and finally got one from on the 10th birthday, and haven't kind of put it down since then. Got me into heavier music was kind of my mom going through her old albums that she had and finding Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath and King Crimson and such, and getting into that, and kind of the gateway bands, and then discovered Pantera in high school and such, and that's what really kind of pushed me forward.
I guess we should point out that that's Sean, our guitar player.
Yeah.
Well, myself, Jeff, I actually grew up in hardcore music, and, played in bands around town, started a local band with my friends and stuff. Actually, my first band was in Maryland, and then, just through a series of awesome adventures or whatever, ended up meeting Sean and told him I wanted to try out doing a metal band, and so we're trying it this way,
That's very cool. Well, keep doing what you guys are doing, please, because you guys sound amazing. Before I forget, I want to thank Bruce Tuck for hooking me up with you guys, and so props to Bruce.
Oh yeah, very cool. I've known Bruce for a while now. He's a real nice guy.
We'll kiss him next time we see him.
Love his head.
That's awesome, and I won't tell you the conversation we had that is going to make that extra special to me, but that's awesome.
Very cool. Well, thanks for having us on the show, man. Really appreciate you spending a minute.
Yep. Hey, you guys rock, man. That's what we do, and and I don't know if you're aware, but the station Rock Addict Radio, that's all we play is independent bands, unsigned artists. We don't play anything mainstream. We are all about bands like you guys and trying to help support you and help get the word out for you. So that's what we do.
That's great, man. We need more people like you.
Okay, so the next thing I want to know is, how did you guys name the band? Where does that come from?
There's a handful of different ways that it came about or whatever. I would assume the most accurate would be, well, really looking around, for our influence for our logo and stuff, we came across like some Egyptian mythology and whatnot, and just while thinking about all the different gods that they have, within that whole belief structure, it was like, cool, let's make like a, cheesily enough, a god of metal or whatever, and when I think of metal, I just think of fast, heavy music, so that's SPEEDGOD.
It's very cool. Well, it sounds metal, so it works, definitely.
Good, I'm glad it's working then.
Oh, and Sean, Gavin says, what's up? I finally figured out who the multiple letter name guy was.
Is this the scrotum guy or what?
No, this is a different guy.
Alright, so the no scrotum guy. Alright. I know. Yeah.
Yep. No, Gavin did not call himself scrotum guy, so that's good.
Well, that's all right, so you can kind of be one a little bit.
No offense to Shifty McScrotum, not trying to put you down, man.
No, man, you got a shifty scrotum. It's the best scrotum around.
Well, here's another question for you guys. If I grabbed your iPod or MP3 player or record player, however you guys like to listen to music, what kind of stuff would I find you listening to right now?
Well, Jeff, again, you probably just find a lot of Dr. Dre at the moment.
Lately myself, Sean, I've been listening to, it's been a lot of like High on Fire, The Haunted, Exodus and such things. I listen to a little bit heavier stuff kind of throughout the day when I'm at work, because
Just a little Justin Bieber, Justin Bieber, a little Beyonce.
When I'm mad at the girlfriend, maybe some Chris Brown.
We listen to a lot of music. We really enjoy playing fast, heavy, aggressive music. But we have influences that come from all over the place, and that goes for all of our bands. We're just fans of music, and this is just the type that we want to play at the moment. So
Okay,
love it.
very cool. So where's a good place for people to go to find out more about you guys? What social networking and websites and such do you guys use?
Well, we like to take it old school, and we have a website for ourselves, and you can get any information that we have about ourselves at SPEEDGODBand.com.
Okay, and I know you guys have a Facebook page too, so that's definitely another place that, that's where I found out more about you guys, so.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's Facebook.com/SPEEDGODBand.
Okay.
It's all SPEEDGODBand.
Okay. And do you guys have any merchandise or anything yet? Have you guys gotten that far?
Oh yeah, we're ready to go. Actually, the bass player and I have our own merch company, and so we've been on top of that for several months now, and we're just waiting to unveil everything at our first show at Uli's.
Didn't I see something, it seems like I saw something on your Facebook page about you got a bunch of CDs or something printed up and ready to go too?
Yeah, we actually stayed up pretty late last night. Our whole band was together, and we pressed our own demos. We pressed 200 of them, I think it is. And we're planning on giving out as many, if not all of them, at our show at Uli's. So if you come out to Uli's at the show, show up early, check us out, and if you like it, we'll give you a free copy of it.
That's very killer. Nothing like going to a show and getting some free music to take back and jam out to. Heck yeah.
Very cool, yeah, absolutely.
So what's the goal for the band? I mean, where do you guys hope to be in a couple years?
A couple of years, oh man, I don't know. I know the goal is to play as many shows as we can right now. We obviously are in the middle of Chicago and Detroit and Indianapolis and stuff, so we're probably just going to start in that area and try to play as many shows as we can for people. Just spread the word about our name.
Okay, very good. And what do you guys like to do to relax if you're not doing music? What you guys got any crazy hobbies or anything you like to do?
I golf.
And I actually do a lot of drawing as well. Other than that, if I want to relax, I'll drink some beer.
Yeah, that's kind of the easiest way to do it.
Very good. Okay, so now's your chance to sell yourself. What sets you guys apart from all the other bands out there trying to do the same kind of thing you guys are doing? Why should people come to your live shows and check you guys out?
Because we're awesome. No, man, if you like to drink beer and headbang and hear obnoxiously loud, heavy music, then we're probably the best bet to go with.
Okay, very cool. So this upcoming show, now correct me if I'm wrong, this will be like the first live show you guys have done?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, it's this band, yes.
Right. And without getting into anything other than this band, I do have a question for you. Do you have anything from the past, anything crazy that's happened to you guys at a live show?
Crazy at a live show.
Wow, there's been a lot of things throughout, the years of just stuff going on, getting on stage and, not feeling so hot and leaving a bait pile behind your amp or, just awful things, having to pay slack after the first song and you got another half hour to sweat it out. And
I think probably one of the crazier things is actually had a guy, I've been a vocalist in my last few bands. This is Jeff again. And I remember having a guy actually try to start a fight with me on stage, but it didn't really get too far. So, as far as crazy, I'm usually the one that's being a little too crazy. So
that's cool.
From me.
So, that was quick. They left too. Anyways, a listener that was in the chat threw out a little message that says Sean fell off a stage, and then they left. I don't think they wanted to hear anymore.
Yeah, there's been it's not just a singular time that I've fallen off the front of the stage before. I will say that. There's a couple of years back, I was playing with a band at the Hayloft over in Mount Clemens, and I went to step forward to rock out the solo section of a song, and just completely fell right down into the ground and did a barrel roll into the crowd and kind of stood back up, finished the solo in the mosh pit, and kind of went on with my life.
That's awesome.
Awful.
Well, yeah, it was probably awful at the time, but it makes for a pretty cool story now.
Yeah.
At least hilarious enough for somebody to sign in and mention it and sign back out.
Just enough to bring it up.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so when you guys are, and this is kind of a hypothetical question for the band because you haven't done a live show yet, but who do you think is going to spend the most time in front of a mirror getting ready for the show?
Our drummer, Miles.
Hey, Miles.
Hey, Miles.
Miles has been called out. I love it. Definitely. Very cool.
I might take my hat off and then undo my hair. That's about the furthest extent that I'm going to go.
Yeah, SPEEDGOD doesn't need mirrors before they go on stage. We're there to headbang and play heavy metal.
Except for Miles.
Except for Miles. Miles, you're pretty, bro.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah.
Anything else? Is there anything I haven't asked you that you'd like to make sure everybody knows about SPEEDGOD?
We're going to be playing around a lot, so just show up, and we'll take care of the rest from there.
Okay.
And if anybody's out there listening that might be interested in having us on a show, you can find information on the website so you get a hold of us for booking and so on and so forth. After the Thule show, we've got a gig we're doing in Ann Arbor at the A2 Festival, a couple of weeks, and then a couple of weeks after that, the next thing on the books that we have, we're doing a show at Max Bar here in Lansing with Straight Line Stitch, No Life, and There's a couple other bands on there that I don't think it's all been fully confirmed up, but I know that's happening on a Tuesday in July.
It's funny that you mentioned that show because me and Renee, one of the other co-owners of the station, were actually talking about that show with Straight Line Stitch. So it's funny that you brought that up. And you're going to be there playing. That's so cool.
Yep. I think we're going to get the speakers warm for everybody there right at 6 o'clock or something. But I'm never opposed to opening a show and picking your spot or doing that. It's just playing the music, getting out there in front of people, and trying to have a good time with it.
Very cool.
We're trying to earn our way up the ladder with this one. And, and as the details all get confirmed and whatnot, we'll put them up on our website again.
Okay. Very good. You guys should also look into getting a show over at Planet Rock in Battle Creek, too.
That'd be awesome. We'd love to do that. We'll have to work on it for you.
Yeah, hit me up after. I actually know the booking agent, so I might be able to help you with that.
All right, very cool.
She was just asking me the other day, do you got any bands that want to play? I'm like, probably. Probably.
Yeah, man, we're down to play anywhere and everywhere that we can. Again, we're fans of music, and the best part about it is performing the music. Whether somebody likes it or not, they'll have a great time coming and hanging out with us.
Very good. You know what? Something I forgot. Something I should have asked you earlier, but I'm going to ask you now because it just came back to me. What do you remember? Like the very first metal band you ever heard, and were like, "Oh my God, metal rocks."
Very first metal band. I think one of the very first metal bands that I remember listening to was this old band off of a record label called Solid State Records, and they were called Living Sacrifice. It was something that actually my older brother gave to me at one point in time. But I think as far as what got me into wanting to do this kind of music, though, because again I'm a vocalist, but there's a band called The Chariot, and their vocalist Josh Goggin. It's probably the only reason I ever picked up a microphone and thought it'd be cool to scream into it.
Very cool.
And with me, I think it was right in that summer between middle school and high school. I was just playing guitar a lot, and I was, playing songs that, the girls would recognize and such, the whole reason why you played guitar in middle school. But, a buddy of mine introduced me to, Pantera and Slayer and all this, and, I heard at first, ripping guitar solos that wasn't, Eddie Van Halen and such. So I was like, okay, I want to know how to do that a little bit more. And I kind of dove into that right away, and, it really kind of influenced me to the point now when you hear me play guitar, you can definitely tell that there's a little dime bag in there.
Very cool. And if anybody cares, my first band was old school Metallica. So.
Very cool. Old school's all right.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm down with the old school. I don't know so much about the newer stuff, but
anything from the Black Album on, I'm over it.
Pretty much.
Give me some Master of Puppets, man. That album's amazing. Okay, guys. Pretty much that's all I got for you tonight. If this is your last chance, if there's anything else you want to say or mention about the band, shoot.
Again, just keep an eye on our website. That's where we put all of our information, amongst all of the other places that we're at on the internet. We're playing as many shows as we can from now on, so we'll probably end up playing near you sometime soon. If we're not playing close enough to you, then get a hold of us. It's pretty easy if you go, again, to the website, and we'll do our best to get out there. Other than that, show up, headbang, and drink beer. Okay, and I know all of us here at the station will continue to spin your tunes and do our little part to help promote you guys, so that's what we'll do. That's very awesome. Thank you very much. We really do appreciate it. Not a problem.